Hi there and welcome. My name is Sharon and others know me as Itu. If it's your first time joining me, a very warm welcome to you. Please go ahead and subscribe to this channel, like this video, comment below. Whatever you can do to help me, it's absolutely free. Also be sure to go over to my Instagram account and follow me there if you want to. So let's go ahead and get started with this video. So today I would like to share my experience that I had when I was diagnosed with PCOS just earlier this year. Before I start, I would like to give a bit of a disclaimer that I am not a medical health practitioner or a professional health practitioner or anything along those means. I am not certified to be giving any kind of medical or health advice. So before you follow any of the things that I mentioned in this video, please be sure to check and consult with your professional health practitioner or your medical doctor. So earlier on this year, I was diagnosed with PCOS or Polycystic Ovarian Syndrome. And to say that I was very disappointed is like the least accurate way to explain it. In spite of the fact that I had experienced my symptoms for years before this diagnosis, it was only seen now after various consultations with various doctors and really just taking my health into my own hands. I remember even years back when I first started having these symptoms, I went to the doctor who told me it was something that it was not, and I had to go on medication for that. Then I actually went to a gynecologist, and the gynecologist didn't see what it actually was. And I guess it's maybe because I do not display the normal symptoms that other people display, like the acne, the weight gain. So my issue might have been difficult to diagnose because I did not display all of those obvious symptoms. The only symptoms that I did display was the excessive facial hair, like right here on top of my lip. I get a lot of hair all over my face. I just get a lot of hair, and even all over my body. And apart from that, one other symptom was that I get very bad menstrual cramps to the point where, like, I think I was about, I might have been 17 or 8, yeah, 17, 16, 17, let me just say 17. I actually passed out because of those pains, and I was at school, and it happened over and over again throughout my lifetime as an adult. So like I said, I went to various doctors who misdiagnosed me or who didn't actually see what was going on. It was actually when I started doing a bit of research for myself, and I went onto the internet and I checked my symptoms against what was being presented as common illnesses that are associated with those symptoms. And that's where I decided to do a hormone check or a blood test to check my hormones. And that's when I found out that my hormones were not balanced. I had like my testosterone was through the roof. And yeah, so that's when my GP referred me to a gynecologist. I really did my research in terms of who I chose to go to this time because of the one that I'd gone to before that did not see anything. So with this one that I went to, I made sure to take my blood results or blood test results with me, and I really explained to him what was going on. So at the end of it, he gave me a scan and actually saw what was going on. But even before that, he was able to tell me what was wrong because obviously he's like a good doctor. However, there were so many things that he didn't tell me that I had to go and find out for myself, and there are 3 of those things, and in this video I would like to share 3 of those things with you. So the first thing that he told me was that you know, there are only 2 ways to treat this ailment or illness, and that is through prevention pills, or what do they call them? yeah, whatever they call them, and through a surgical procedure called ovarian drilling. So of course I didn't want to go the surgical route, but I also did not want to go on prevention pills. The thought of taking pills every day for the rest of my life was really like upsetting. And also I don't want to mess with my hormones like that for spiritual reasons and also for health reasons. But also I am not, how do I put it? I have been abstinent, okay, I'll type the word down, but I'm not having sexual relations for almost over 8 years now. I'm going on my 9th year, and that is for spiritual reasons. And so the thought of having to take pills, prevention pills, and the whole stigma around taking them, and so on and so forth, it was just like I did not want to do that. And so but I said to myself, you know what, let me just do it for a week and see how it goes. And I did. I tried for a week and I hated them. In fact, on the very last day that I took them, they gave me such a huge bad headache that I just said, okay, no, that's it. And during that time period is when I had actually started to do some research on how I can cope with my symptoms that I had, because the main issue for me was the symptoms that I have when it's that time of the month. So I did my research, and in fact, throughout the years, I had already been doing research, and in fact, there were already things that I had been doing to assist me with PMS and so forth. So the first thing that he told me that was not accurate, or that I did not follow, is that there are only 2 ways to deal with this issue, because there's more than 2. There are natural remedies that I can go to and so on and so forth. The second thing that he told me was that I would need help getting pregnant. So because I'm not ready for that yet, and I haven't began trying to have a baby yet, I'm not going to comment on that. But I do know for sure that there are other natural alternatives to actually get pregnant when I want to get pregnant. So if you're watching this and you have experienced various issues with your reproductive system, whether it's issues such as infertility, endometriosis, cancer, PCOS, fibroids, and so on and so forth, and you've tried everything and you're just at a point now where you're open to try something different, I'm going to link a video down in the description box below of a spiritual alternative that you can try. It might seem a bit different for some of you, but try watching it with an open mind. And that leads me to the next point, which is that there are 3 types of PCOS. There's a 4th, but I won't be mentioning that one for now. The first one is insulin resistance PCOS. I hope I'm saying that right. But that is where you get the excessive weight gain and issues with maybe acne and so on. Then the second one is your adrenal PCOS, which is caused by high levels of stress. The third one is inflammatory PCOS, which is caused by chronic inflammation, and that is the one that I am currently dealing with. Knowing the type of PCOS you have is very important, because it will assist in knowing the right treatment for you and knowing the right lifestyle changes for you. We won't all have the same treatment or follow the same approach, because our bodies have different needs. In the next few videos on my channel, I will be sharing some natural remedies that I've come to know are helpful and useful in alleviating some of the symptoms that are caused by PCOS. So be sure to subscribe to my channel so that you are notified each time I post a new video. Last but not least, and this is something that my doctor did tell me about, and that is a vaccine called Gardasil. So this is a vaccine that is very helpful in preventing cancer, specifically cervical cancer, vaginal cancer, vulvar cancer, genital warts, etc. It is normally used to prevent HPV, or that's what I've heard. That's what my doctor told me. So he actually recommended this vaccine because of my family history and because of my own experiences and what I've been experiencing with PCOS. Even though I'm not such a big fan of medication or Western ways of medicating or healing, I actually went and I took this vaccine because I know that in my family line there is cancer there, and my mom also had a scare where she had to go and surgically remove certain things. So for me, this was something that I decided to do to protect myself against any future occurrences of cancer. You take it in 3 doses. For me, I could say that I did not experience bad side effects. So I encourage you to go consult with your doctor and find out more about this vaccine. So that's the end of it. I hope that this video was helpful for you. Please go ahead and like it, subscribe to this channel, comment below, help me get the video out there. Also share it with those that you feel that it might be useful for. Come back next week for another video. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.